welcome back to our channel. I'm Rupali Shah, a blockchain developer and an instructor at Newton School. Now, today's topic is about operators, and we will be gonna see that what are operators, what are operands, and how we can use them in JavaScript. So, first, let's see what are operands because operators basically works upon operands. Now, to talk about them in details and to see examples regarding operators, we are gonna use Newton's Launchpad. And Newton's is basically a tech company, a online platform where you can turn yourself to a full stack developer. And the best part about this platform is that you don't have to pay the fee at the beginning. So it's like zero fees at the beginning, and once you had a placement, then only you have to pay the fees. And we also guaranteed the placement from 5 lakhs up to 40 lakhs. So that was a little bit intro about Newton School, and if you want to know more about it, please don't forget to visit the link in the description. Now let's continue with our operate. And first of all, we will be seeing what are operators. Okay, so operands, and then we will be seeing what are the operators, and then we will be seeing how we can perform operations on operator. Now here I had spoken resemble words, so to avoid the conflicts between us, let's first write upon all the terms that we are gonna discuss. So I guess it's visible. Let me, yeah, it's a little bit zoom now. So yeah, let's have operators. So we will be seeing one term operators. The second term is operand. The third term is operation. Operation. So let's first say what is operators. Now operators are some sort of special symbols that allow you to perform a specific task. Like this plus symbol, if you see this symbol, you know that it would help you to add two numbers. So that is the specific task for this particular symbol, and this is a special symbol for to use in JavaScript. Now, the second one could be this, then we have this, then we have this, then we have uh, this. So, there are a lot of operators. Now, these are few examples of operators. We are gonna go deep into this also, but first, let us discuss all the three terms. So, this was operators. Now, what are operands? Now, operands are basically the variables or something that on which we are gonna use these terms. Like the operator plus would add two numbers. So the two numbers would be operand. The first number will be operand and the second number would be operand. So in short, we can say that these are the variables on which we use operators. Now, operators are a specific symbol which perform some specific task. So, to perform a specific task, this whole process is known as operations. So, let's say we have two numbers. One is suppose 3 and the second number is suppose 2, and we need to add those numbers. So, we will be saying that okay, we need to do an addition operation on these two operands. So that was all about operation. So basically the operators operators perform operations on operands. Okay, so these are some very basic and a bit of explanation about these three terms. Now let's see that what type of operators we have in JavaScript. So they are categorized like binary operators, and then unary operators, or arithmetic operators, or logical operators, like that. But to be a beginner and to have a detailed view of this, let's say that we have something, we have some specific symbols basically that would help you to to get some task done. Okay, so yeah, let's see this while a example so that we get a clear understanding that what are these operators and operands and how we are gonna perform this operations. So these specific symbols are divided into few categories, and the categories are mainly arithmetic operators, operators. Then we have one category. So let's just have a boundary between two categories so that it's well clear into the video. So we have arithmetic operator. Then we have something known as logical operator. Logical operator. Then we have unary operators. Unary operators, and then we have something known as assignment operator. Operator, and these are the few categories of these operators. So it's a vast topic, and we are just getting a bit out of this because it's just a crash course on JavaScript. So the things in the detail you would be getting it in the upcoming videos, but that will be not like a specific topic. Okay, and we also have comparison. So comparison. Okay, so uh, now after getting, okay, these are the few categories of operators. Now let's see each category and what these categories has for us. So like arithmetic operators means that all the arithmetic operations that we can perform would come under arithmetic operators. Now arithmetic operations are performed as like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and there is one more which is modulo. Modulo. Okay, I guess this. So these are the arithmetic operations that we can perform, and these are the not all the arithmetic operations, but few arithmetic operations that we can perform on operands. So now let's see that how we can perform these arithmetic operators. So basically, this arithmetic operators are something which need always two operands. So they come under binary because they are like they need two numbers to perform operation. So if you want to add a number, you exactly needs two variables to add, and or two numbers to add. If you want to subtract, you needs two numbers to subtract. If you need to divide, you needs two numbers to divide, and the same goes with multiplication and modulo. So first let's have their symbols. So I am writing symbols under their names. So addition would be performed by the plus sign, subtraction would be performed by the minus sign, division would be performed by the slash, and multiplication with the star, and modulo with the percentage sign. Now, what these two do is like what these operations would do for us. Let's see that now. So, addition basically helps you to add two numbers, subtraction basically helps you to like subtract a number from another number, division would help you to divide two numbers, multiplications would help you to multiply two numbers, and modulo would be like multiplication only, but division only, but division returns you the remainder of that, not sorry, not remainder, the quotient of two numbers, and modulo will return you the remainder of two numbers. So let's see that what are the difference between division and modulo first, because these addition, subtraction, and multiplications are very clear to us. I guess we all have studied maths, that's why. So this was just a little bit maths into this JavaScript right now. So if you are scared with mathematics, please don't leave these videos, because there would be nothing like so hard into this mathematics. So, okay, we had addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and modulo. And we are gonna now talk about division and modulo, because they both are similar but not the same. So, let's see the difference between the two. Now, division would get you, let's just write it, will get you the quotient, and this modulo will help you to get remainder. Now, whenever we divide two numbers, we get two things. One is the quotient, like what when we divide these two numbers, what was the perfect number that could fit over in the quotient part. Like the small numbers get multiplied, or not, we can say small numbers, because we have seen that floating numbers also. So let's put it in this way that. Suppose we have two numbers, and if both the numbers are dividing them exactly by one is the multiple of the other number, then we would be getting remainder as 0, which means that both the numbers get divided equally. Means like one number was able to divide the second number very fine. And the question one would be that okay, this is a number, if that multiplies with the number that was dividing the first number, then we would be getting the first number. So let's have deep examples, like yeah, it would be better if we have an example. So suppose in example, I want to divide 3 with 2. So the question of this particular division would be 1. Okay, the remainder would be also 1. So let's put it 5 divided by 2. So we will be getting question as 1. And okay, let's just write that it is the question. So we have this question as 1, and same over here, the remainder would be, okay, not question would be not 1 now, question would be 2, and the remainder of this particular operation 5 by 2 would be 1. So it's like when you do a simple mathematics, you write 5 by 2, and it gives you two things. One is the question, and the second part is the remainder of this particular operation. Now, in programming languages, I'm not just talking about JavaScript, I'm talking about C, C++, Java, any other programming language. To get quotient, we simply say, okay, divide 5 by 2, and this will return a quotient. Like in normal mathematics, when we perform this particular operation, we get two things. One is the quotient, and the second one is the remainder. But in normal programming languages, if you do 5 by 2, you will be just getting the quotient of that particular operation, and this would be like 2. But if you want to have the remainder, you need to give the like 5 percentage 2. If your goal is to retrieve the remainder of that particular operation, you will be using percentage sign, and if your goal is to receive the quotient of this particular operation, then you will be using the division sign. So yeah, that was a example. Now let's see this in our console also, because yeah, things in console gets more clear. So let's just have a print over here. Okay, these were the part of our last one, and let's just comment out everything which we had till now. Just these are also the comments. Now let's start our examples. Let's Okay, so the first would be with the division. So let's say that I want to console dot log 5 by 2. Let's see what it. Okay, it gives us 2.5 because it explicitly convert this particular thing into floats. But let's say that I'm storing it. Okay, let's just convert it into integers. So to convert a particular float number into integer in JavaScript, you need to use a function known as parseInt. So PARSEINT, parseInt. This is a particular function that would help you to convert a particular floating number to an integer. And as soon as we wrote this particular expression into the parseInt function, we got 2 over here. So yeah, this was like, okay, the quotient of this particular operation 5 by 2 is 2. But what if I want the remainder of this particular operation? So I know that we can get or retrieve remainder of particular division using percentage. So as soon as I changed division sign with a percentage sign, you can see that our answer also got changed. And here we were getting 2, but now we are getting 1, and this came from this 52 because we just removed the signs. The page just print console for us. So that was a bit difference between modulo and division. Now we can also try all the operations. So to have addition, we would be having a plus sign, like 5 plus 2 is 7, so we will be having plus sign. For subtraction, we will be having a minus sign, so it gives us 3. For multiplication, we will be having a star sign symbol, so that gave us 10. Now this was all about arithmetic operations for now.